Hello and welcome to this new episode on your nervous system in Yin Yoga and why flexibility isn't just physical. When most people hear the word flexibility in yoga, they think of hamstrings, hips, shoulders. Maybe they picture someone folding forward effortlessly or twisting themselves into some Instagram-worthy shape. But what I wish more yoga spaces would talk about, real flexibility, isn't just about the body. It's about your nervous system. It's about how you meet emotions, how you respond to stress, how you hold space for what is uncomfortable without shutting down or running away. Our nervous system is the foundation of the house we live in. If it's shaky, everything feels unstable. If it's constantly on high alert, even the most relaxing yoga practice won't reach you. This is why so many people come to me saying, I've practiced yoga for years, but I'm still anxious. I meditate daily, but my mind won't stop racing. I stretch every day, but my body still feels tight. It's because they've mainly been working on the body and the physical aspect of the body, not the deeper emotional and nervous system layers. Yin Yoga, practice with trauma awareness, changes that. So why Yin Yoga feels different? Unlike fast-paced, sweaty, power-based yoga classes, Yin slows everything down. You hold the postures for extended periods of time. You try to soften into shapes rather than forcing them. You meet a silence that most of us are terrified of. And in that space, something deeper begins to happen. Your body starts to reveal what's been hiding. The nervous system begins to shift from hypervigilance into safety. The meridians, the energy channels of traditional Chinese medicine, begin to recalibrate, helping stagnant emotions and energies move through. In Yin Yoga, flexibility is not about how far you can fold. It's about whether you can soften into yourself while respecting the natural boundaries of the body. Whether you can let your body and nervous system be exactly as they are without needing to fix or change anything. Here's what often gets overlooked in mainstream yoga spaces. Emotions live in the body. That tightness in your chest before difficult conversations. That's not just a postural issue. That's fear or grief asking to be felt. That knot in your stomach before big decisions. That's your nervous system bracing itself. That tension in your jaw that you cannot soften away. Often it's anger or frustration you never give permission to surface. When we drop into Yin, we give those emotions a doorway out. The stillness, the meridian work, the time spent in each posture creates the conditions for your body to process what you have been carrying. One of the biggest misconceptions in yoga is that the goal of yoga is to stay calm and regulated all the time. That's not how the nervous system works. Being human means moving through cycles: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. These nervous system states are all part of life. The challenge is when we get stuck in one of these. Yin Yoga helps us to build nervous system flexibility. The ability to meet discomfort without collapsing. The ability to come back to safety after stress. That's the kind of flexibility that actually is life-changing. So how the meridians connect the dots? In Chinese medicine, each Yin Yoga posture targets specific meridians. But here's the fascinating part. Those meridians aren't just about organs. They are also linked to emotions. The lung meridian is connected to grief. the liver meridian to anger and frustration, the kidney meridian to fear and anxiety. So when you are holding a pose that targets those energy channels, you are not just stretching tissues, you are giving your nervous system and your emotional body permission to process that has been held there. A little bit about my story and why this matters so much to me. When I was in the corporate world, working myself into the ground, I thought yoga was my stress relief. I did strong flows, I sweated it out, I stretched. But I was still anxious, was still disconnected from myself, and eventually got really sick and landed in the hospital. Looking back, I realized that I wasn't giving my nervous system what it really needed. I was still living in fight or flight. I was still avoiding my emotions. I was still trying to control everything instead of learning to allow. Yin Yoga definitely changed that. It taught me to stay with the sensations instead of pushing them away. It taught me that grief wasn't something to bypass with positive vibes only, but something to honor. It showed me that flexibility wasn't about touching my toes. It was about meeting myself moment by moment with compassion. Why this might matter for you? If you ever felt that yoga wasn't quite reaching you, if you ever wondered why your anxiety doesn't just disappear when you hit the mat, if you ever longed for a practice that welcomes all of you, not just the parts of you that are acceptable for your environment, then Yin Yoga might be exactly what you have been searching for. Because in Yin, you don't need to perform, you don't need to push, you don't need to bypass your human experiences. You get to be with what is. You get to feel. You get to retrain your nervous system towards safety and resilience. That is the kind of yoga that sustains you through life's storms. And here's an invitation for you. If you are curious to experience this in your own body, I created something for you, an emotional and nervous system Yin Reset mini course. It's a free sequence I designed to help you experience how Yin Yoga works differently. Inside, I will guide you through a practice that works with your meridians, your emotions, and your nervous system, so you can taste what it's like to feel flexible in more than just your body. Because at the end of the day, true flexibility isn't about whether you can touch your toes. It's about whether you can touch your own human self and meet yourself there with compassion. I'm sharing the link for the Yin Reset in the description of this video. Go download it and let me know how it landed for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one.